All right, it's that time of year. We're coming into Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's the time of year that they start coming out and producing the Southern Comfort Egg Nog, or any eggnog for that matter, but this one, premier. Anyway, I'm going to use this to make my favorite bread of all time, eggnog bread. I don't know if you've heard of eggnog bread before, but oh, it is good. And I'm going to make some of that right now. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to zoom in on the ingredients, tell you what we got, show how we mix it up and get it ready. I already got the oven warming up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to cook in there for about 40 minutes after I get it all prepped. So, better get to it. Oh yeah, I forgot one secret ingredient that goes in this eggnog bread, and that is rum. Anyway, this bottle was full when I started thinking about making this video. I was just kidding. Anyway, I haven't been tipping the bottle. Anyway, this is going to go in the eggnog bread, and it just gives it that little added rum flavor to it, along with the nutmeg and the eggnog, are the three main flavors that you'll taste in this bread. It's really good. All right, first things first, let's get the butter in there. It's supposed to be softened, so it just came out of the fridge. It's still pretty firm, so what I'm going to do is get that in there and nuke it in the microwave for just about 10 seconds or so. All right, looks like that started to soften up nicely. All right, need to put in 1 cup. So that's 1 stick of butter, which is half cup butter. Need to put in 1 cup of eggnog. Oh, I just want to drink it. It's so good. Okay. All right, now on the I don't want it to be super sweet and super high in calories, so I'm going to split the 1 cup of sugar into half a cup no calorie sweetener and a half a cup of regular white sugar. There's my half cup. Half a cup of that. Half cup of regular sugar. For all the baking professionals, they probably had it all measured out and nicely into their little measuring bowls, and they just dump it in and say what it is, but I'm old school. Anyway, I'm going to get her done. All right, I'm going to get the rum. Oh, it's just potent. All right, we'll do 1 tablespoon of rum. All right. Perfect. Now one ingredient I didn't mention earlier is vanilla. All good recipes call for vanilla, so we're going to put pure vanilla in there. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of that. Perfect, get that out of the way. Oh, I just wanted to comment on one more thing. These eggs are over 2.5 years old. They're raw, but when we had chickens, Christy read up on pickling eggs for storage, and this is what they look like in the pickling bath. It's just kind of a salt brine and the eggs in water, and it gives the eggs a shelf life for considerably longer than what you would have with just eggs on the counter or in the fridge. Anyway, hopefully that works, because this is January 2021. That's quite a while ago. So I'm hoping that when I break these eggs open into this eggnog bread, that it smells okay and tastes okay and they're not spoiled. But we're going to find out in a big hurry, because that's one of the first ingredients that goes in. And now, here we go, moment of truth. 2-year, 7-month-old egg, let's see. Smells okay, but the yolk was disintegrated. So, I don't know, cross my fingers. Put it in here, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look at that. Smells fine. Taste it. Tastes fine. Just doesn't look real good. Use fresh eggs. Looks pretty good. All right, now for our dry goods. I'm going to put in a quarter or a half. Put in a ½ teaspoon of ground nutmeg. It makes a good flavor. Oh yeah. Okay, we're going to get some baking powder. And we get two teaspoons of that. And ½ teaspoon of salt. Just got regular salt. ½ teaspoon of that. Oh, that's ½ tablespoon. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. That'd be too salty. All right, ½ teaspoon. That's more like it. It's like, dude, that's a lot. Make sure we get it right. All right, so that's our dry ingredients there, and now we just need to add some flour. Regular white flour. We'll use 2½ cups of that. I said 2½, but I meant to say 2¼ and we could go up to a half if we need to make it a little thicker. We'll start out with 2¼ All right, we're going to blend that together. You don't want it completely blended together, we just want it kind of rough and kind of lumpy. So I'm going to get this aside and do the rest with a spoon. Just want to make sure it's all just kind of moistened. It's a nice thick kind of peanut buttery paste consistency. All right, it's ready for our pan. So what we'll do is we'll spray our pan. We just use regular cooking spray. Spray the pan and lump it in there. All right. Oh, I can smell that. Smell that rum and nutmeg. Oh. All right, we'll just kind of spread it out there a little bit and get it in the oven. All right, oven's preheated to 350. Got our bread mix in the bread pan. It's all buttered up. Put it in the oven, middle rack, and we'll set the timer for 40 minutes. 40 minutes start. Okay. After 40 minutes, we're going to take a toothpick or your cake tool, and you're going to go in there and make sure it doesn't come out wet, because it's going to be a moist cake. You want it to be moist, but not dry, but not gooey. So anyway, there's that sweet spot. So after 40 minutes, we'll check it, and we'll have to go a couple of minutes at a time longer until it's to the consistency in the center that we want it. So it's not gooey, but cooked, but still moist and not dry and not good. So anyway, we're gonna check it. 39 minutes, 24 seconds. All right, this is after 10 minutes. Looks like that bread is starting to rise. Perfect. All right, the alarm's going off. Let's see how we did. Let's pull this out a little bit and check it. Still gooey. Let's check it on the side over here. All right, so the sides are done. It's just that center. All right, so we're gonna let it cook another 5 minutes and check it again. All right, it's going off again. Let's check it now. Just want to check that center. Oh, it's just barely gooey. A little bit more on this side. We're going to give it another 5 minutes. And then we'll call it done, because it looks like it's just about there. All right. It's been a total of 50 minutes. 5-0. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a nice brown color. It's cooked all the way through. Heck yeah, that's perfect. All right, looks like we got ourselves a loaf of eggnog bread. All right, we want to get it out of the pan. Hopefully. Oh, look at that. Came right out. All right, we're going to let it sit right here and cool down for about a half hour, and then we'll wrap it up and stick it in the fridge. All right. The bread is cooled down. It's time to wrap it up. I like to wrap it up. I've been making this recipe for a little while now. I like to wrap it up to keep the moisture in the bread, because I like a moist bread, I don't like a dry bread. So wrap it up to seal in that moisture, and we'll just keep it sealed and just unwrap it long enough to cut a slice off to eat. So there we go. Put it in the fridge to cool it down some more. Give it a taste test in the morning. Well, all right. Got the eggnog bread out of the fridge. Time to cut it open and see how we did. Southern Comfort Egg Nog bread. You can use any eggnog, but I like Southern Comfort. Anyway, let's cut this open and see how we did here. Cut a nice thin slice here. All right, that looks pretty good. It's nice and moist. It's thoroughly cooked. Nice tooting here. That's fantastic. It's a great bread for seasonal eggnog when you get it around, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter time. That's usually when the eggnog hits the shelf. That's when we buy it and do our eggnog bread. Good stuff. Great for a treat. Anyway, just try it. It's pretty good. All right, you want to keep the bread moist. So I like to wrap it in plastic wrap. That way it retains the moisture and stays just as delicious as it came right out of the oven. And I just keep it on the countertop for storage. Should be good to go.